This conference will now be recorded.
In the last session, we were talking about cutover activities, how we will bring cutover data into SAP, in which we understood accounting entry related to cutover plus catchover. Everybody got at least a basic understanding, idea about this cutover accounting, catchover accounting.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, what we'll try to understand, we'll try to understand a few more basic fundamentals, and then we will try to look into SAP certain configuration screens. Now, go back to the basics. If we talk about data flow in SAP FICO, what did we write in this data flow previously? First point was what?
Business
transactions.
Business requirement.
Requirement.
Okay, you will get the business requirement first. Based on the business requirement, what we will do?
configurations.
Configurations. Jaipal, can you please go on mute? Those who have background noise, please be on mute. Okay, first is business requirement. Based on the business requirement, we will maintain configuration. After that,
Master data.
we will
Master
maintain master data. After master data,
Transaction
Transactional data.
we will record transaction data. After this,
Reports.
Reports.
we will generate various reports. And after this, if there is any problem in any of the place,
Support and
Support.
improvements.
Support.
support and then improvement. Am I right? Is this a continuous process or not? This is a never-ending continuous process in any SAP FICO project. Because you will frequently see the changes, you will frequently see the new requirement and all. Whenever there is a change, whenever there is a new requirement, the same data flow will keep rotating, it will keep on repeating. Now, we are assuming we are working in a project. Maybe in the implementation project or rollout project. Is this what our understanding? We are assuming that you are in the implementation project or you are in a rollout project. Let's assume that in our project, let it be implementation or rollout, we got the business requirement and we started the configuration. And once you take the business requirement, for this business requirement, do we prepare any document?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Blueprint.
Yes, sir.
Business
We
blueprint.
prepare
Execution table.
blueprint document or KDS document, some kind of document you will prepare. Blueprint, KDS, BPML, right? SDD. You can call SDD, solution design document. These kind of documentation we will prepare. Now this document is prepared before discussion with the client or after discussion with the client?
After discussion.
After discussion with client.
After discussion. After we discuss with the client about their business process, business requirement, then we will prepare a document which contains their existing process and then the proposed business solution in SAP. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
All right. And then based on the blueprint, based on the business requirement document, we will create configuration in the system. For configuration, do we prepare any document?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
For configuration, we will prepare
Configuration data.
Configuration document will be prepared. What settings you are maintaining, what configuration you are doing, every configuration must be updated in the configuration document, which is mandatory. Once this configuration document is prepared, now before we do the configuration, in which system we perform the config? Development, quality, production.
Development.
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 When we talk about system landscape, if I write system landscape here, how many systems we said we will have in the system landscape?
3.
3. First one,
Development.
development. Second one,
Quality.
quality. Third one,
Production.
production. Now, when we talk about configuration, where configuration is performed?
Development.
Development. Development contains one client or development contains multiple clients?
Multiple client.
Multiple 3.
Development contains multiple client. As a FICO consultant, we will be working on how many clients in development? 1 or 2?
2.
2.
As a FICO consultant, we will work on 2 clients in development. What are those in development?
100 and 200.
Configuration client 100. Next one,
And
testing
test
client.
for 200.
Testing a client. This will have another number, probably 200. Is this correct?
Yes, sir.
No. This is a development. In development, you have 100, 200. When it comes to maintaining any configuration, where configuration is performed, development 100 or development 200?
Development 100.
100.
We will perform all our configuration in development 100. Here is where you do the config. Okay. If we maintain all configs here. Once configurations are maintained in development 100, where do you perform the testing?
Development 200.
200. Development 200.
You will perform the testing in development 200. Now, is this practically possible for us to test without configuration?
Not
No,
possible.
sir.
No, sir.
Right? Without having the configuration data, testing is not possible. Now, you are planning to do the testing in 100 or 200?
200.
200. Whereas configuration is performed where 100 or 200?
100.
100.
100. So if you look at these two, config is in one client, testing is in the other client.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? Config is in one client, testing is in another client, and in these two, there is no connection. There is no connection between these two. You need to either do the testing in 100 or bring the config in 200.
Yes.
You have two options here because these two are two separate clients. Point number one, do the testing in 100, or point number two, bring the config in 200. Which one we prefer? Doing the testing in config client or bringing a config to testing a client?
Bringing config
Bringing
to
the
testing
config.
client. To testing client.
Right? We have to bring a configuration into testing a client. Configuration is a one-time activity. How many times you perform config?
One time. One time.
It is a one-time activity. Strictly one-time settings are maintained in SAP, and these one-time settings are copied. What you will do? You will copy the configuration to the next client. Now, you need to understand configuration movement. When you talk about configuration movement, there are 2 points here. First point, or case number 1. Please do not unmute your mics. If you have any background noise, it is okay even if you do not respond, but please make sure you are strictly on mute. Otherwise, it will be disturbance when you are referring to the recording. Case number 1, and then we'll put case number 2. In short, 2 scenarios. Case number 1, movement within the system. Case number 2, movement between the system. First one, when we are talking about movement within the system, within which system?
Within development.
Development systems.
This is development, meaning development to development. Is this correct?
Yes, sir.
Second one, if we talk about movement between the system. When we talk about movement between the system, it may be development to quality or production.
Yes, sir.
Right? So within development, it is your within the system. Development to quality or development to production is always between the system. Here we copy configuration. What we will do here? We will copy the configuration. If it is between the system, we don't copy the config. Instead, we import configuration. What we do here?
Import.
We will import. In case if you're talking about within the development, we are calling it as copying the configuration. You will copy the configuration in this way. We copy configuration SCC1. Which screen we will use? Which command we will use? Which transaction?
SCC1.
SCC1. SCC1 will copy the configuration from development 100 to development 200. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, from development to quality or to production, to copy the configuration, we don't use this copy command. Instead, we will be using importing. What we will do? You have to import. To do this importing, stms underscore import. What we will use?
stms underscore import.
stms underscore import. Strictly, you have to remember this.
Sorry for interruption. What is the role of testing 200 in development?
We will talk
Could you
about it.
elaborate?
Yeah, we will talk about it. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
All right. Now, to move your configuration from one client to another client, you have two options. Point number 1, within the development configuration movement. Point number 2, from development to quality or from development to production. In case if you wanted to move from development to development, we import the TR or we just copy the TR.
We copy the TR.
Copy the TR.
Right? We will simply copy the transport or we will simply copy the TR. In case from development to quality or to the production, we copy or we import.
We import.
We will be importing. For importing any TR from development to quality or to production, which T code we will be using? STMS underscore import. Mandatory. Strictly the way you remember your name, you have to remember these 2 points. No other option. The way you remember your name, in the similar way you have to remember these 2 points. Because if you see on the top, based on the business requirement, straightforward you are working on the config. Am I right? The moment you get the business requirement, the moment you discuss with the client, you understand their expectation requirement, you need to sit and then perform the settings in the SAP, in short configuration. We are all aware we will do the configuration in the system, but one point here, when you do the configuration in the system, please make sure where you will do the config, because you have three systems: development, second one is quality, third one is production. All right, development, quality, production. You need to have a clarity when you are talking about performing the configuration, where exactly you do the config. You will always do the config strictly in where?
Configuration 100. Development
Right.
100.
Development.
We will strictly do the configuration in development 100 client. Tomorrow people will ask you, where do you maintain or where do you perform the configuration? Strictly tell development, and within the development, please mention development 100 client. And where you will do the testing?
Development 200.
Development 200.
We will do testing in development 200. Now, who is doing the config here?
Consult.
Consultant.
Which module
We-
consultant?
FI
FIC.
consult.
FICO consultant. Let us connect everything to FICO only, leave about the generalized content. What other module consultants are doing, currently it is immaterial to us. First, we will make sure what we do as a FICO consultant in any project. Later on, we will see what others are doing. But do not understand it, do not think anything in a generic way. Please connect it straight away to the FICO consulting. FICO consultant is maintaining all the config in development 100. Is this point clear?
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Now, on what basis FICO consultant is doing the config? Just like that, I am a FICO consultant. I learned SAP FICO. I have experience in FICO. I know how to create the setting. Just like that, do I do the configuration, or before doing the config, I need to do anything?
You need to know the business process.
Yeah.
Right?
As per the
Before
requirement.
doing the config, I need to understand the client business process. I also need to understand their requirement. Yes or no?
Sir,
To understand their business process, to understand their requirement, I need to have meetings with the client, in shop requirement gathering sessions or workshops.
Yes, sir.
Based on the requirement gathering sessions, based on the workshop, we will gather their present requirement and then the present problems that they are facing in the system, and we will also make them understand how SAP will work. Based on that, you will prepare a blueprint document. You will send it to the client. Client will review the blueprint. If there are any correction, they will tell this is not correct, this is not included, that is included, but it is not correct. Some corrections, changes will come for sure. 99.99%, whenever you send any blueprint, it will come back for corrections. 99.99% like your Dettol. 100% it is not sure that you send a blueprint, it will be approved by the client. Nobody will approve it. It will come back. This is where you talk about version management. Anybody heard what is version management?
no, sir.
Yes, sir.
When you're talking about version management, for example, I am preparing the first blueprint today. Based on the discussion, I am preparing the first document. I will send version 0. Version what?
0.
Version 0. Or we will call it as initial draft document or version 0, and which I will submit to the client. Once I submit to the client the initial draft or version 0, client will go through the document and they will highlight the mistakes. They will highlight these points we also discussed, but it is not documented. This process is documented, but we said we don't want this. Because discussion happened collectively, document prepared separately. Am I right? Assuming we both had a discussion on something. Now I am alone preparing some document on what we discussed, what you asked, what I said I will give. Now whatever the document I prepare, if I give it to you, when you go through, you will be able to easily identify or not what was our initial discussion, what points are maintained here, what is missed out,
Yes.
right? You will identify those points and then you will tell me, Ajay, these points are missing, this we did not discuss. Then what I will do, I will revise the data or not. I have to make changes in the document or not required.
Quite.
The change.
Required, sir.
I have to make changes in the document. Unless I make the changes, you will not agree with the document. Now what I will do, I have to make the changes to the document. When I'm making changes to the document, I should not straight away go edit the document. First, I need to click on save as. Everybody is aware save as document. For example, this is the initial one, just an example. Let's say blueprint version 0. Assuming blueprint version 0 first document, I have given it to you and then you told there are certain corrections in it. Let's say I will open this. Something is here. Assuming in this, let's say this is not 1000, probably this is 2000. Or this is 2000, this is 3000. Possible or not?
Yes,
Possible.
sir.
Now ideally what we will do, you will open the document, you will change 2000, 3000 and then you will save it. Done. Now if I open the document, now my document is updated with revised data or not?
Yes, sir.
Now tomorrow if I want to see or if I want to say because of any reason why there is a delay or all this kind of a thing, I should tell you made changes in the requirement, you have given additional requirement, additional information. In that case, do I need to tell you what changes you told me to do or not? How many times changes happened? If I
Yes,
keep
sir.
editing the same document, do I know what was there in this document before I changed it to 2000? Today you will remember, tomorrow you will remember, day after tomorrow, let's say you will resign and then go back to another company. Possible or not?
Yes, sir.
After 2 weeks, the user who gave you the requirement will resign and then he will go to some other company. You are not permanent in the company. I am also not permanent in the company. Am I correct? But document is permanent,
Yes.
right? So whenever you are preparing any kind of a document, any requirement related document, let it be blueprint or whatsoever, please make sure you don't edit the document just like that. Instead, you revise the document. Now I will open it. Initially, what was it? Everywhere 1000, 1000. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Now I will copy the document. I will paste the document. This time I will not put V0. I'll put what? V1. Right? Now in this version 1, I will make the changes whatever is requested by the client. What changes? Maybe the second one is 2000, third one is 3000. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now I will save it. If you look at this is your version 0 document. This is version 1 document. Tomorrow if there are any additional things which are added, I am not supposed to add in version 1. If they want to add me to the 4th line, like 4000 also, do I include it in version 0, version 1 or I need to create a version 2 document?
Version 2, sir.
To create version 2 document.
Version 2. Whenever you submit the document, after submitting the document, if you get any correction, you have to create a next version. In that next version, make a correction so that tomorrow easy for you to tell, initially you did not give this requirement. This requirement is given later on. That is why it is part of version 1. Likewise, by the time you get your blueprint signed off, by the time you get your blueprint confirmed, maybe 5 versions, maybe 10 versions, maybe 15 versions, maybe 20 versions. Until you get the confirmation until you receive the sign off approval from the client on the blueprint or on the solution design document. You have to keep revising the document. And in every document, you need to ensure what changes are made. Agree?
Yes, sir.
Whatever the changes that are there, you'll have to tell it. For example, this document contains somewhere around, just an example, 100 pages. How many pages?
100.
100 pages. Version 1 also will contain 100 pages only. Just, it's not a new document, right? Same document with some corrections.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Here, first time I went through all the 100 pages. I told that X, Y, Z need to be changed. Let it be anything. Now, when you give me the revised document, you want me to again read 100 pages?
No, sir, only
No,
the
right?
correction.
No, sir.
Yeah.
Only the corrections, meaning in the revised document in the version 1, you need to also mention changes wherever it is made. You need to highlight specifically or not. Where exactly changes are made.
Yes.
Let's say this X, Y, Z, probably page number 23, something like that you need to make sure. Let's say 31, 64. Then what I will do, I'll not go to 100 pages again. Instead, I'll go to page number 23. I'll see that, okay, I changed to change point number X, whether it is changed or not. I will check, okay, it is now correct. Y, I will see it is correct. Z, I will see it is correct. Then I'll tell this is okay now. Every time you give a revised document, it does not mean every time I will read 100 pages. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
You
sir.
need to let me know, you need to identify, you need to highlight changes, corrections, what are made. Accordingly, I will go through those corrected point and then confirm. This is your document whenever you prepare your blueprint. Version management is important. Tomorrow somebody might ask, how many versions you've prepared for your blueprint? Which version of your blueprint was signed off? Now, can I say I do not know?
No, sir.
Right? In the first version itself, do we really get blueprint signed off?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, sir.
No. It takes time. It takes time because many points will be skipped, many points will be missed. After looking at the overall document, client also might change certain points. So changes are 100% possible. All right. Now in the development 100, you do the config based on these document. Based on what? Blueprint, solution design document or KDS and all. Assuming configuration is now completed in development 100. Once configuration is completed, next task is what? Testing.
Testing.
Yes, sir.
Once config is completed, the next activity or next task is to perform the testing. To do the testing, do you use the same system where config is performed or it is a different system?
Same system, sir.
Is it same or is it different?
As in quality testing.
Same
Different
platform,
only.
but a different client.
It is different system within the development, but you will call it as development testing system. Okay, here this 100 and 200, we have listed two names, right? Two numbers, 100 and 200.
Yes,
Now
sir.
I will show you one screen. Whenever you want to maintain any configuration, you have to go to SAP logon pad like this. Once you're on SAP logon pad, what you do is you have to see like this. In the project, wherever you're working, you will find things like this, multiple records, multiple lines of the connection, like development, quality, production. Now, if your target, if your intention is to work on the configuration, where you need to log in? Quality, development, production.
Development.
Development.
We need to log into strictly development. Config is allowed only in development. Nowhere config is allowed. Let's say you are logging into development. Assume that this is a development client. On the development system, On the top, do you find the client number here? 3-digit number.
Yes, sir.
This is where differentiates development configuration client or development configuration system or development testing client or development testing system. If my target, if my intention is to work on the configuration in development, client number should be what? 100.
100. Yes.
In case if I want to do the testing, do I need to go to development 100 or development 200?
Development 200.
200.
200. Whenever you click on this, this screen will appear with a default client number. If your intention is to perform the testing on the development, it is your responsibility to go change this from 100 to 200. If you blindly put only user ID password, you may be correct in some cases, you may not be correct in some cases. Am I clear? It is your responsibility. You should know what you are going to do in the system, only then log into the system. Just like that, you don't put ID password. Getting my point?
Yes, sir.
These
Yes.
client numbers, who will give? Who will give the client numbers?
Basis team.
You will receive the client numbers from basis team. Everybody heard something called SAP basis,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
right? The way you are a FICO consultant, in the similar way, there is a system administration or SAP basis consultant. These basis consultant will create the system landscape, development, quality, production, they will set up. And then they will share with all the project team members. This is our system landscape. These are the connection properties. This is the client number. And then they will create your user. They will create your password. They will share it with you. Whenever you receive your,
Basis of security team.
both are same. You can say GRC security basis. In general, we call it as basis.
Okay.
Okay. So whenever you join in any project, point number 1, you will receive the connection details of the client. Development, quality, production, you will get these connection details. For each client, you will have your user ID password. And your basis consultant will create your user ID and then he or she will share it with you. And whenever you receive a new user ID, you will get initial password. Which password?
Initial pass.
Initial password. Initial password mean it will work only one time. The moment you put password, it will ask you to change password. Anybody come across this situation? Whenever you get a password or whenever you click on reset password, you will get a temporary password. When you put this temporary password, it will ask you to change your new password now.
Yes.
Correct? It is in the similar way. Whenever you receive these kind of things from the basis, whenever you receive the new ID password from the basis, it is always the initial password. This initial password, when you put for the first time, it will give a pop-up to change your password. Make sure you change the password and then remember the password. And you should know what is your purpose and where you need to log in, accordingly have it, because ID remains the same in every system. Password is your choice. Am I correct?
Correct.
Yes, sir.
In all the systems, I will have the same ID. For example, majoritarily what will happen, your user ID can be your employee ID. What ID?
Employee ID.
Employee ID.
Your employee ID will become your user ID. Option number 1. Option number 2, they might create your first name and then last name combination. If my name is Ajay Kumar, my user ID may be my employee ID. Let's say 12345 my employee ID. My login ID may be 12345.
Yes.
Right? Or if the basis consultant or the GRC security consultant decided, they will have a logic. How the user ID is created, there will be a logic. According to that logic, they will create. Maybe they will tell Ajay Kumar, they say that, okay, first name and then the first digit of last name. They might say that Ajay Kumar means, they might say AJAY and then K. Possible?
Yes.
Or they might say last name and then first digit of the first name. Maybe Kumar A.
Yes.
Any logic might be followed. This is not in our hand. All these things are decided by the basis team. And they will create your ID according to the logic, whatever they have. And also remember your user ID in your project. Why you need to remember this? Sometimes in your interview, somebody might ask. Let's say that we say that, or I'm attending interview, I'm telling that I am currently working in so-and-so company for XYZ project. If I'm working as a FICO consultant, do I really have the SAP user ID or not?
Yeah. Yeah.
I will have the user ID, right? When I have the user ID, what I will do, I will log in with that user ID. In every system, will it be the same user ID or it will change? Development, quality, production.
Same as
Same user ID.
Same user ID. Now, if I'm talking about that, or if I'm talking to anyone, let's say I'm currently working in so and so project. It has been 1 year here, it has been 6 months here, 3 months here, 1 day here, or 1 month here. If the other person is asking, what is your user ID in your current project, SAP user ID? Can I say I forgot? Can I say I do not know? Can I say I don't remember?
No.
no.
No, right? There are certain points which we will receive as an unexpected questions. And when these unexpected questions come, do not maintain silence. Don't be blank. If I am working as a FICO consultant, and if I say I don't know what is my user ID, okay or not okay?
Not okay.
Not okay.
Straight away not okay. So you need to focus on these small points as well, as per your practice, as per your preparation, along with your regular configurations and all that. Anyway, you will prepare, but pay attention on this minute point also. You never know who will ask these kind of questions in which interview. Okay. Now this 100 to 200, where you will differentiate here on the logon page.
Yes, sir.
Am I correct? Here you need to differentiate, meaning before you log into SAP, do I need to have clarity what I'm going to do or not required?
Required, sir.
We need
All
clarity.
clarity.
Right? You need clarity. If you don't have clarity, nobody knows what you will do. And these are all the reasons why everybody will want experienced consultants. Most of you would have seen, everybody is looking for experience. Everybody is asking whether you have experience or not.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? Reason, if you have no experience, it is quite possible that you might make mistakes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
According to you, what will happen when you learn SAP FICO, when you practice SAP FICO? Throughout your learning, throughout your practice, you will find only one connection. You would not even thought about this. Simply come to SAP, logon page will come, ID, password, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, 1 year, same routine way you are logging into the system. Am I right? But
Yes,
the
sir.
moment you join a project, the moment you are in any company, you will see the things in a different way. Meaning, the way you're looking at the system itself is not correct. So definitely what will happen, we feel afraid, we feel scared, we feel something is different. We feel low in confidence because we think that, okay, will I be really able to do it or not? Because everything is different here. Reason, the way you looked at the system, the way you practiced, the way you logged into the system is something different. And all of a sudden you are not able to connect. And somebody is asking you to do some testing. You directly came here, logged into 100. Okay, put ID, password, you went inside, you started a testing. But when I'm asking you to do a testing in development, you need to understand by default, or you want me to tell go to development, change 100 to 200, put ID, password.
By default, we have to understand.
You need to understand by default. And don't expect somebody will tell you, nobody will tell you. Don't expect somebody will tell you, come here, whenever I tell you to do testing, please make sure You come here, here you change 100 to 200, write down somewhere, nobody will tell you. And everybody will expect you are aware of this, at least basic fundamentals. If you are struggling to get into the SAP system itself, do you think that I will have confidence on you that you will work properly? You'll be able to manage? No, right? You may be good at all the configuration, you may be expert in remembering all the T codes, tables, whatsoever, but still I'm not getting a confidence because you're struggling to look at the system in a proper way, you're struggling to logging into the system, you're having a lot of confusions, which will not allow the other person to feel confident on you. Here, 2 points. Point number one, are you supposed to be confident or not?
Yes, sir.
First point,
Yes, sir.
we are supposed to be confident. This is not enough in the interview. This is not enough in the project. Nobody is concerned about your confidence. No, they are least bothered. Whether you are confident or not confident, they are least bothered. They wanted to ensure with your work, they feel confident. With your work, you need to ensure the other person will feel confident. Here, your confidence has got nothing to do. You need to make sure with your performance, with your skill, let the other person feel confident, like a driver. I take you with me and then I'll say that let's go for a drive, let's go for a ride. And the way I am driving will make you feel confident or not.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I am driving, but the way I am driving will create fear in you or not. Possible? Sometimes you feel it is better, please drop me, I will go by walk. Reason? You are not confident on the driver. Same thing will happen here also. If you're not confident, your project manager, your project members will think the same way. They're not confident on you. And they will not allocate works to you, or they will be monitoring you what you're doing. Every minute they will see what you're doing, how you're working. Because you're not confident. And you'll have to give that confidence, you'll have to build that trust. Your responsibility when you join in any project, in any company initially. And once you have that, then you can play with your work and then you will be comfortable. If not, please make sure many people are watching you when you join a company. Not just one, many are watching you, many are observing you, but nobody will tell that they're watching, nobody will tell that they're observing you. You're under observation, which you are never aware of. Including the way you log into the system, people will monitor, people will check. Whether you know your ID password or somebody, sometimes what they will do, they will keep a notepad. Okay, they will put employee ID, like for example my ID, like this, password at the rate 3355, something like that people will put. Anybody noticed?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
These kind of things you should not do. Don't do these kind of things. You have to remember it. If you are not able to remember it, don't write in an Excel sheet or whatsoever. Even if you write, don't open it when somebody is around you. Is it easily possible if I open this and do it in front of you? Now, do you know my ID password or not?
Yes, sir.
Alright?
Yes.
You know what is my ID, what is my password. Everywhere in your office, you will see, don't share your password. Your password is like a toothbrush. Different quotations they will stick on the office. You will get many alerts from the different security teams. Now, if you are simply doing like this, will the other person be confident on you or not confident on you?
Maybe not confident.
Not confident.
Because you are simply putting the ID passwords like this everywhere. Anybody can open your ID now, right? Provided they have seen
Yes.
it. Make sure you don't share your passwords. And don't write like this. If you write like this, write in a place where nobody can see it, nobody can access it. Even if you write, don't put the ID, put password alone in a different way that nobody can see that this is your password. Even if this is a password for what you do not know, I do not know. Crystal clear you put as if you are asking somebody to log in. That way it should not be the case. When you put your ID password somewhere, please make sure there's no way you will forget your user ID, right? If you're working every day, 8 hours a day, 21 days in a month in a project as a FICO consultant, is there any possibility we forget the ID password? No, right? Still we write it, meaning certain fundamental mistakes you should not do it. All right. Now, once you put this ID password, let's say I'll put this, I will put my password, enter. When I put my password, I am now inside the screen. Once I come inside the screen, what I need to ensure, I should know where I am. Because every screen, whether it is development, whether it is quality, whether it is production, it looks the same. There is no change. Agree?
Yes, sir.
It is the same. It is as simple as like you joined any class and then you have 3 subjects or you have 5 subjects. You may be having English, science, social, mathematics and all. Now you will get the notebooks. Everywhere you will get the same notebook. For example, you purchased 5 notebooks. You will buy 5 different notebooks or 5 same notebooks.
Same
Okay,
notebook.
you have 5 subjects. You will buy 5 different notebooks, variety notebooks or 5 same notebooks.
5 variety books or else
Different.
5 variety.
If you have to write, you will buy the 5 different books or, and is this
Different
that
notebooks
you are
also.
going and buying or you will get all the books from your parents?
From parents.
And they will go and buy, right? Maybe they will buy 20 books at a time and then they'll give you, use these 5 books for first. And it is your responsibility to identify, to segregate these 5 books based on the subject. All are same books, same brand, same plain rule or same broad rule or the normal rule whatsoever, everything is the same. Now you need to distribute these 5 books between the 5 subject. How you will identify? You have some label, right? You put a label or you put something, different color coding whatsoever.
Yes, sir.
You need to make sure how you are identifying, how you are differentiating development, quality, production. Otherwise, everything looks the same. Now look at this. This is one system, and look at this. This is another system. If I keep these two side by side, do you find any difference or both are exactly same?
Both are same.
Can anybody find any difference in these two?
No, sir.
Sure, there is no difference.
Yes, there is no difference.
There is no difference. Now I will go to, for example,
There is
what difference?
like window menu edit and all there in first one SAP access like that.
It is also there.
Window is little different, right? Okay.
No. It is same. It is just that I selected only one. I'll keep it side by side now.
Okay.
Okay. Now there is no difference. Now look at this. I will go to a screen, probably this. On the same screen, I will come here also. Is everything same or there are differences? Both are same screen. You look at OX03 screen, OX03 screen. Here 210 entries, here 188 entries. Now are they same or are they different?
They are different business areas are
Different.
They are different. How you are able to see they are different? Only after looking at the values, records, number of entries here and here. Correct?
Yeah.
Now, when you're working in the project, development, quality, production, everything looks the same. And you need to make sure how I will differentiate it. Because when you're working in the project, you may be opening multiple screens at a time. You will be opening multiple windows at a time. Maybe 10 SAP screens are opened at a time. Some are from development, some are from quality, some are from production. Possible? And when
Yes,
you're
sir.
opening multiple screens from different system, you should be confident enough to know which screen you are currently on, whether you're on development or you're on quality or you're on production. If you're on development, is this development 100 or development 200? Meaning you should have some logics to differentiate, or just like that you will log in and then work.
You should have that.
Some differentiation will be there.
Right? You should have some differentiation. How do you identify like this is development, this is quality? Otherwise, you will get completely confused. You do not know what you're doing. You will be confused whether it is development or quality. You will be confused whether it is production or it is development testing a client or development config a client. You need to have some clarification. And can I go and ask somebody, can you please tell me this is development or quality? I'm confused. You're okay now? Both are looking same. I'm confused. Can you please tell me? Now you're confused whether I took the right candidate or not. Am I correct? Small points, but will make huge impact in the project. When we say they will make huge impact, you need to ensure minute points will create the problem in the project, not the big problems. Small things only will create unnecessary problem. Make sure these problems, these confusions, these things you will eliminate permanently. There's no way that you will get stuck because of these reasons in any of your project. Point number 1, you can put colors to it. What you can do?
Color.
You can put colors to it. Where you will get colors. Or even if you come here.
On new screens options is there.
Yeah. Here, if you look at it, you have color settings. This is the old SAP logon pad. This is maybe old one. You have the latest logon pad also. And if you look at this is currently blue color, same like this.
Yes, sir.
Now, if I click on red, now this is becoming red. Look at on this pop-up window only.
Yes, sir.
This is red. Now this is purple.
Yes, sir.
Now this is green. Now this is gold. What you can do, you can apply these colors to your system. If you go to development, let's say it will be gold. If you go to quality, it will be green. If you go to SAP, if you go to production, it may be red. Something like that you do it. Then what you do, whenever you see blue color SAP, it is understood it is I'm in development. Whenever you see green, you feel that you are in quality. Whenever you see red, you feel that you are in production. Based on your understanding, based on your comfort, can you segregate or not?
Yes, sir.
Because screens are same, but you need to know how I will differentiate. But there is a disadvantage here. For example, according to you, this blue color means production system. Mentally, you're understanding that, okay, whenever I see blue color SAP, it is my production. But for me, I would have made blue color as development. Now you will always get confused or not with this color?
Yes.
According to you, blue color means you are using it for production. So when you look at blue color SAP, you blindly think that this is production system. Now somebody may be using it in a different way. It is personal choice, right? It is individual choice. If I am using my development as blue color, you are using your development, you are using your production as blue color. There is a point of confusion or not? Unless you are clear.
Yes, sir.
You need to have the clarity. Blindly, okay, I will put blue color for this, red color for this, yellow color for this, and then I remember it. No. Make sure whatever you're remembering, whatever you're understanding, you're not getting it confused later on. Otherwise, same color will make you go mad. Because you're not working on your system, you're working on your some other system. Make sure for some other system, you need to have a clarity. Minute point, ensure you are not getting unnecessary confusion. These confusions will not only create problem to you, it will also create problem to other. Suddenly you are telling that you are in development system or you're in production, this is blue color according to you. Now just because you're telling this is production, for a second I will also get shocked. I will also get confused. Am I right? These things are quite common in the projects, in the company. This is common for everyone. Unless you pay attention from the beginning, these confusions might come up at any time. Sometimes these confusions will create a problem. Make sure you avoid it, all the possible points, all the possible confusions right from the beginning. Understood? Now these two are two different systems, two different clients altogether. You can assume one is development 100, one is development 200. You can also assume one is development, one is quality, or one is quality, one is production. Because completely different servers. Now, if I come back to it. So to do the configuration, what I need to do, first point, I should go to development. For me to go to development, do I need to ensure on my SAP logon pad, I have connections created in this way, development, quality, production, or not required?
Required, sir.
This is mandatory. On your SAP logon pad, make sure strictly no single connection, meaning like this. Like this, only one connection, strictly it should not be there. In this entire world, nobody will have like this, except those who are learning SAP FICO. If you want to learn SAP FICO properly, if you tell, many of us will tell that I want to learn real time. Am I correct? We are also attracted to real time, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
When
sir.
somebody says it's real time, complete real time training and all, we are also attracted. First, look at the SAP logon pad in real time. Look at SAP screen in real time. Forget about what is there inside SAP real time. If your screen itself is not real time, imagine what will be inside, whether it is real time, not real time, nobody knows. Your logon pad should strictly contain multiple records like this, and it is differentiated based on development, quality, production. Same connection, add 3 times. 3 times you put 3 different description. Development, quality, production. Like I created Apple development, Apple quality, Apple production. Now how you will decide? Based on the project or based on the practice, whatever you're doing. Meaning blindly, just like that, don't start your practice. You should have clarity. You should have clarity. And once you come to this screen, you need to make sure I'm on development system. I will be doing the config. Now in development 100, whatever the settings that you're going to maintain, everything will create a TR. Everything will get a TR. TR means what?
Transport
Request.
You will get transport request. Now here we are talking about copy configuration. import configuration, this copy or this import will happen with the help of this transport request.
Yes.
Am I right? This will have a number, and this number, when you put here, all the configuration will come and copy here. When you import, all the configuration will come and sit here. Now, this transport request is of two types. What are those two types?
Workbench and customization.
Customize and workbench.
One is customization, another one is workbench. When you do the configuration, you will get a TR. TR is nothing but a transport request. This transport request is of two types. One is customization and the other one is workbench. As a FICO consultant, whatever the settings that we maintain, majoritarily our FICO configurations will trigger customizing request or workbench request.
Customizing.
Customizing request. 90+% of all your settings, whatever we maintain, are all customization request. In short, customizing request. Customizing request. Very few directed table maintenance things will generate workbench request. Otherwise, 90+% of all your settings will trigger customization request. Okay. When you do the configuration in development 100, here only config is allowed. Except configuration, nothing is allowed. You are not supposed to make any testing in development 100. And to perform any testing, where you need to go?
200.
Development
200.
You have to go to 200. Now, are these two same or you need to log in separately to 200?
Separate.
Separate, sir.
Separate system.
You have to log in separately into 200.
page.
Right. On the logon page, you need to change client number from 100 to 200. And here, we do testing. Testing of what? 3 points. Master, transaction, and then report. In the development 200, you perform the testing of master, transaction, report. Okay. Now,
Testing
when
and
you're doing
sandbox
this,
system both are same.
no, sandbox is different.
Unit testing.
Yeah. No, currently let us talk only about the testing. Those namings we will add later on. So that first we will get the concept. Okay, when you are talking about the testing, we perform testing related to master, testing related to transaction, testing related to report. These 2 points alone in development, are they clear? 100 what we do, 200 what we do?
So in 200 only the unit testing we do.
Remember it only as a testing. Don't put any name to it. Unit testing, any other testing, just ignore it. Remember at this moment only as a testing.
Ajay, it is standard that client configuration is 100 and 200, or it can be by the basis.
Numbers will be given by the basis consultant, but majority these are most commonly used number. Those who are already currently working, you can tell your actual client numbers. Those who are not working, strictly use the same number, what you see on the screen. Okay. These 2 points alone
configuration
are
change request I can understand. Like, what is workbench request?
That we will see later on. That once we are on the screen, I will make you understand. As of now, 90+% of all your settings will generate customization only. This is only for the information at this moment to remember. Once we are on SAP configurations, we will practically see each point. Okay. Now, as of now, I just want you to confirm whether these points alone related to development are clear or not.
Clear.
Development system contains 2 clients, 100 to 200, one for configuration purpose, one for testing purpose. Now, I will come down here, assuming
So technical guys will also use the same server, same clients.
Same. Everybody will use the same. All consultants will work on the same, but as a FICO, your task is different. As other model, their task is different. But everybody is using the same system. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Sir, one
Let's
second, sir.
assume
Is there
that.
is any... Hello?
Yeah.
Sir, is there is any standard thing like whether it is in 100 or 200, you said color can be changed. So is there is any other option whether we can
You
find
can
out
see
whether
the
it is
client
100?
number here. At the bottom, you will get the client numbers here. This you'll have to enable. Then you will see the number here, 100, 200.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Now, let's assume that if we have to configure, let's say, accounts receivable module in SAP. Is this line clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
This is clear. First point, we need to discuss with the users or the client on the current process. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Second one, finalize the process and make a document. Ignore the document name. Let it be blueprint, let it be requirement document or solution document. Ignore. Just understand whatever the process that you're finalizing, we need to make a document of it.
Yeah.
Third one, get the confirmation or approval or sign off from the user on the document, on the process document. Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Because once user is confirming, then only you will start the work. Otherwise, you will not start. It is as simple as like you're going somewhere, you're making an order. Until you place the order, will they give you anything? Will they start preparing your order, or they will start preparing only based on your order?
Only based on order.
Based on order.
Only based on the order. It is also similar to it. Right? Let's say you are preparing a document based on the discussion, based on your understanding, you will make a document, send it to the client. They will go through the document, they'll ensure everything is correct. Then they say that, okay, this is okay. Everything is official written confirmation, no oral confirmation. If you tell, see the document, if I tell, yeah, it is okay, go ahead. Don't go ahead. Until you get the written confirmation on the email, you are not supposed to start any work. Later on, if there is no email confirmation, if something is wrong, if user is telling, no, this is not what I wanted, it should work in this way, it should work in this way, I will have a proof or not. See, this is what we already discussed, this is what we already documented, this is what you already confirmed, in which this is nowhere mentioned. It will be the proof that you are not making something different. Am I right? Otherwise,
Yes,
user will tell, no, this is not what I told you something different, you did something different, I don't want this. Now you are spending 1 hour, 1 day to complete this, or you're spending days, months to complete it. It is not a 1 hour activity, it is not a 1 day activity, right? It definitely takes at least a week or at least a month.
Yes, sir.
After that, if somebody is saying, no, this is not what I wanted, now here effort is waste, time is waste, it is now delaying the delivery. Now these
Yes, sir.
mistakes should not happen, and as a FICO consultant, it will be your responsibility to ensure you take care of all these points. Somebody is telling something, blindly don't do anything in the system. That is where everybody wants experienced candidate. Only if you have experience, you will understand what to do, how to do. Otherwise, if I tell go, you will start going only. I did not tell where to go, and you do not know where you are going. You started walking the moment I tell go. You should ask me, right, where to go. I should run, I should walk. You need to ask questions to an extent where you have crystal clear requirement. Otherwise, don't do anything. And for everything, you need confirmation written. Official confirmations are required. Later on, you should not blame your user. User should not blame you. Whether user is blaming or we are blaming, we will be the loser. As a consultant, you will lose the game. Because at the end, who is paying money? Client is paying money or consultant is paying money?
Client.
Client is paying money.
At the end, client is making money, and we need to make sure whatever the work that you are doing is based on the client. And make sure this work, whatever you are performing, is in line with the client business process, is in line with their requirement. Okay. Now their confirmation, their approval is required. Once you get their confirmation, once you get their requirement, ensure you get the documentation and get this document signed off. After this, we need to perform the config. Point number 4, we maintain the configurations in the development. Which client?
100.
100.
In the development 100 client. When you maintain configuration in development 100, you will get a TR number, right?
Yeah.
We get a TR number. I'm not writing whether it is customization, whether it is workbench. I'm simply writing we will get a TR number. We get a TR number in development 100 client. Now, once configuration is completed, what we need to do? We need to do a testing.
Yes.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
Yes, sir.
We need to do the testing. Assume only testing. Don't put any additional point to it, unit testing or any other testing. Just assume as a testing. Types of testing we will discuss separately. We need to do the testing in development where
200.
200.
Good client.
you'll have to do the testing in development 200 client. Now, in development 200 client, we have not done any configurations, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
In development 200, we have not done any configurations. Then how we will test without configuration? There's a point.
Yeah.
Because in your data flow in FICO, after requirement, config is there. After config only, testing is there. Whenever you're talking about a testing, 3 points. Testing of a master, testing of a transaction, testing of report.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now, without configuration, testing is not possible. Then how you will bring the config? Do we config in development 200 or we will copy the configuration to 200?
We'll
Copy
copy
the
the
configuration to 200.
Right? We will copy configuration in development 200 from development 100. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And to copy config from development 100 to development 200, we use T code what?
S double C1.
SCC1. This is to be done in development 100 client or development 200 client?
Development 200.
Development 200 client.
Is this clear? Okay. After SCC1, we get all configs in development 200. Clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now we are ready to do the testing. Yes, no?
Sir.
Yes,
Once
sir.
you see the config is available, you are now ready to do the testing. In testing, we perform three points. Master data, next one,
Transaction.
Transaction data.
Transaction data.
last one, and then
Report.
reports.
Reports.
Now, let's write down these 3 points. Testing areas. Master data. When it comes to master, there are so many master records. In the master data, what we need to do is, you'll have to check if you're able to create a master or not. Yes or no?
Yeah.
And you also need to check if you're able to change the master data. You also need to check if you're able to display. These 3 are mandatory. Delete and all we will see later on. At this moment, remember these 3 points. In master, what you need to do?
Create, change, and
Create, display.
Create, change, and
Change and
display. Similarly, you will have transaction data. In the transaction data also same thing. You'll have to create the transaction. You will have to change. You will have to display. Clear? Finally, when it comes to reports, can I create a report? Can I change a report, or I can only display the report?
display.
Only display the report.
A report you will only display. Right? Now, are these 3 points clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
These will remain fixed. These will remain constant in everywhere, in every scenario. But you need to ensure, based on the functionality, based on the process, what you are doing, accordingly, these will have the value. If I'm talking about accounts receivable, customer account will be my master data.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Sales is my transaction data.
Yes.
Yes.
Sales
Yes, sir.
register or customer report, customer balance will be my report.
Yeah.
Yes.
You cannot have a fixed values here. All the values will be updated based on the requirement, based on the process, based on the scenario. But content will remain the same, logic will remain the same, but how you are adding what master data, unless I tell what you need to work, you cannot fill what is this. It's a question mark. Until you know the process, everything is question mark. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
But these are fixed. This is question mark because you cannot just like that to do anything. If I tell work on accounts receivable, Customer will become your master. If I tell you to work on accounts payable, vendor will become your master. Am I
Yes,
right?
sir.
And make sure these points you will have to understand clearly. So far it's okay, right?
Yes.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Can you please
Fine then. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me
sir.
stop this.
One doubt.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sir, for suppose if there is no test system 200 in real time, because I see most of the clients, I mean, they are meant for if it is a big client, they are maintaining separate test systems. If not, they are maintaining only development, quality, and production. If that scenario, we can simply move to quality for testing.
Yes. But it is very rare.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Fine then. Let me stop this.